Welcome in, everybody. It is Finals Sunday here at the USTA National Campus. I'm your host, Chris Halioris. I will be with you for both our men's singles and doubles finals today, kicking things off here on Court 7 with the men's singles final. Trevor Svjada is going to kick us off with the serve. Forehand pulled wide by Zheng, opening point to Svjada. Svjada looking to become the first ever NCAA champion in singles for the Mustangs. SMU has had a couple runner-ups. That ball just deep. Those runner-up finishes for SMU. It's been close to 40 years now. It was the mid-'80s. The big success era for that program. It was Richie Renneberg in 1986 made the finals. George Hardy before that in 1975. Those are the two SMU finalists. Backhand return pulled wide by Zheng. Reminder, we do have the electronic line calling system. But as we were informed this morning, which I was unaware of this week, not using the point penalty system of warning point game match default. The electronic line calling overrules effectively unlimited point penalties. Couple unforced errors for each here early, feeling their way into this one as Svjada pulls that forehand wide. As this match goes on, I don't think we'll be seeing as much of that. We have two of the cleanest ball strikers in the college game here in the final. Had that debate this morning with the crew. Did we end up with the two best ball strikers? Svjada sends that one long, and it's break chances for Zheng. The first comment I got back to that semi-jokingly was no, because Rafa Hodar's not here. Rafa Hodar of Virginia not playing in the fall. Maybe a Zheng-Hodar battle. Our top two college players. They were the preseason 1-2 in the rankings. Wonderful point, trading backhands. Who was going to be the first to give in? It was Zheng who went down the line. And it's dangerous to be that first one to give in, as he did go down the line, and Svjada immediately put a cross-court forehand in the corner, got Zheng on the run. Svjada dictating the rest of that point, drawing a ball wide. So a big deuce deciding point to open up the first game of the match here. No lets, no ads in college, so it's a deciding point. Zheng choosing to take it in the ad court. Beautiful inside-out forehand winner from Trevor Svjada to earn the hold on the opening game. see if we just get a good extended first set here. Svjada hasn't had a close set in days. Sends that return long. Couple very comfortable quarterfinal, semifinal wins for him. 2-0 yesterday over Borashuk was never in doubt. Borashuk had played a long three-setter with Michigan's Mox DeLin the day before. Long from Michael. All things being equal here, the weather is beautiful, but it still does get a bit warm during the day. We're getting highs in the low to mid 80s here. Certainly better than the weather you find in May for the team championships. Putting a little pressure on Svjada there, and the pass attempt a little wide. Looking at about a high of 83 today here. So again, not too bad. Humidity in the 60 to 70% range. Hold, Trevor opens up. First point of his second service game. Mentioned George Hardy, one of two SMU singles finalists. Hardy a connection to Columbia thanks to Rob Endelman. Vitas Gerulaitis played 5 matches for Columbia as a freshman in 1973 and will finish after this point. Forehand there from Svjada. This note, of, as I mentioned, from Rob Endelman, head coach Howie Endelman's brother, that Gerulaitis played 5 dual matches for Columbia as a freshman in '73. Right before he turned pro, he went 4-1. Did Gerulaitis? His only loss was to George Hardy during a spring trip to Texas. So how's that? A little SMU Columbia trivia. The applause, probably again today. From a crowd perspective, going to be a little Columbia heavy, the blue traveling well. So to hold for Trevor Svjada, our wheelchair final going on. It's Francesco Felici and Maximus Wong doing battle there. Oh, it's a beautiful pass there. As Svjada just takes that one early, didn't have much of a choice. But that's the great ball striking. We'll get another look at that one. As you see Michael with the approach. And Svjada just takes low early and on the rise to get it by Michael before he can get to the net for a split step. Game chances now for Zheng. Miss hit there from Michael, make it 40-30. Michael last year had become the first Ivy Leaguer to win the NCAA title in over 100 years. It was Lucien Williams in 1922 from Yale. Oh, and another pass from Svjada. As Trevor Svjada is making a point early here to Michael that those approaches are going to have to be much better than that. And Svjada at the same time, taking them early in both cases there, those last two, you can see he's taking the ball on the rise and early, not giving Michael a chance to get up and split and make his way to the ball. So now the first deciding point on Zheng's serve. Svjada's already had one. Set up and put away well by Trevor Svjada. So from 40-15, Svjada grabs 3 straight points and breaks Michael Zheng and takes a 3-1 lead here in the first. It's been almost 2 exact opposite paths to the final for these, as Michael played 3 straight setters very comfortably to begin with before a couple 3-setters. There's that forehand into that corner. That That was just a slight bit of inside out, but the inside out forehand from Michael Zheng is world class. And something we'll look to see if Svjada gives him balls in that backhand side inside the baseline. Michael will punish the inside out forehand. And the problem is you can't sit on it because he's so good on the inside in line to burn you as well. Sails long. So Zheng a little pressure to try to get that break. Right back. Former teammate of Zhang's, Theo Winiger, made the drive here today for the final. That one mistimed by Mike. Makes it 15-30. Winiger was first team All Ivy League in doubles with Michael back in 23 and 24. Also played with him, lost 2 Challenger finals together this summer. Career high 165 in doubles for Winiger. Still playing. And there's that little bit of inside out forehand again. If you give Michael a forehand sitting up inside the baseline, anywhere on the ad side of the court, you have to think that forehand into what will be Svjada's backhand corner is coming, and coming with some pace. Not the way he wanted to follow up, though, with his first break chance there of this game, as he nets that forehand return into the high part of the net. And very unceremonious break there for Michael Zheng. I mentioned it yesterday. The ITA approved electronic line calling system. Penalties for being overruled or suspended and not in effect. Instead, overrules by the same player or doubles team are treated as first overrule, warning, second and subsequent overrules, point penalties. That one, a chest high miss. From Zheng on the deuce side of the court. And that's the one I'm always wondering, because I just know how good the inside out is when he's on the ad side. Well played back behind Svjada there. Had him on the run. One of the things that's so tough when you're playing Michael is the balls come, those ground strokes, just a little extra pace maybe. A little heavier and get you moving quick, and Michael very cognizant of that, going back behind Svjada. That return sailed. Svjada. tried to get around and over that forehand into the, or the inside in type variety. Sailed it long. Can't just hit every ball inside out into that corner, and that was a good one to try to pull into the forehand corner. Just mistimed slightly. Ball called wide. See if there's a challenge. Doesn't look like it. So a couple break chances here. To make it 3 straight breaks. We opened with 3 holds, and now it's been break, break, and 2 break chances for Svjada. You see the frustration from Trevor Svjada there as a second serve return into the net is an unforced error, and that's going to make it a deuce. Deciding point. Svjada got there, but unable to get it back. And again, it was that forehand from Zheng into the backhand corner. So good. Draws the lob and the resulting overhead, even though a racket put on it by Svjada. Unable to put it in the court, so Zheng fights off 2 break chances there, and we're at 3-all. Early on in the fall season, there had been some question, a lot of people wondering if there was any way we were going to get to see either Michael Zheng or Rafa Hodar, the top 2 preseason ranked players in the fall. Never did see Hodar in college action, lots of challenger action. Michael did eventually make his debut in the Ivy tournament. Oh, that ball. You see Svjada take a really good hard look at that, and we will do the same. That was clearly in. Yeah. Svjada sees that one just catch the line, maybe even just inside. Michael, from that Ivy tournament, proceeded to the Conference Masters. Some great defense from Trevor Svjada as Michael had him on the run there, and he turned defense into offense, putting Michael on the run.
Good ball, Trev.
But Zheng earning the Ivy's conference bid into the Conference Masters, where he and 3 other players got the last chance qualifying spot into the NCAA tournament. That's how he got here. Forehand sprayed a little wide by Zheng, so 40-15 now. If you haven't followed all the fall action, these last 2 seasons, a pilot program for the NCAA of the individual championships in the fall, and with that a revised format for entry into the NCAA tournament. Only way in is to win your way in through either the All-Americans, regionals, sectionals, or conference masters. No wild cards, no ranking entries. And it's a hold for Svjada, so he takes a 4-3 lead. He's getting his reps in with Trevor Svjada one day as I walked by, and he blasted a one-hand return off Svjada's kick serve for a winner. Like that play there. From Svjada, taking that ball early, again, early and on the rise. Not returned by Svjada. Seems to be a little bit of a game plan. Maybe taking the ball early, take a little bit of time away from Michael. And that's the ball that Zheng wants to hit, but not necessarily. And he didn't go after it too heavy, but from 6-8 feet behind the baseline, not the spot that he wants to be, forced into hitting that from. But if you give him that same ball 3 to 6 feet inside the baseline, you're going to be in a world of trouble. Svjada did well to keep that one deep. That's a challenge from Zheng. Let's see our first challenge. And indeed, the ball was good, so that is the first warning. And Svjada has exhausted his warning, so every overrule by the electronic line calling system from here on out for Svjada will be a point penalty. I'm going to make sure he's not going to run into that ball on a baseline rally. A little delay for Michael's second serve. Svjada also very good with that inside-out forehand like Michael, but that one just finding the tape. But a ball Trevor's going to make 9 out of 10 times. He'd like to have that one back, but a couple game points now. For Zheng to square us back up. Missed return from Svjada, and Michael does just that, so 4-all. We had quickly flipped over to that women's match. It was Reese Brantmeyer getting the break there to take a 4-3 lead, but Berta Pasola-Folge immediately back with 4 break chances of her own. Court 9, 2 courts down. That ball off the tape from Svjada, landing a few inches inside the baseline and just disrupting the rhythm of Zheng there as he put it into the net. Michael guessed right. Got the volley back, but Svjada almost made him pay anyway. But once again, Michael came in on an approach that wasn't the best, and Svjada had plenty of time. Didn't pass him. But the approaches are going to have to be a little bit better from Michael. Thought the backhand was deep, but it's 30 all. Svjada heavy, unable to be timed by Trevor Svjada, and now Michael Zheng. A couple break chances. If he can capitalize on one of these, he'll have an opportunity to serve for the first set. Great job from Svjada there, just not only to get to it, but to do with it what he did. Look at this short return from Zheng here. And Svjada flicks the topspin forehand into the corner. Makes it a deuce deciding point. Almost saw a let court ace there. I believe Michael called it out. We got a challenge from Svjada. And it's confirmed wide. And it is a break for Michael Zheng. And the Columbia senior takes a 5-4 lead and is going to serve for the first set. Missed, indeed it did. Worth noting, each player gets 3 challenges per set. You'll get an additional if it goes to a tiebreak, but 3 challenges per set for that electronic line calling. If your challenge is successful, as it was for Michael on the serve, you retain it, so you'd still have 3 challenges if that was your first. If you're wrong, you lose the challenge and you drop down to 2. Return hits the tape and does not roll over for Svjada, so 30 love as Zheng 2 points away from an opening set now. And those challenges use them or lose them. They do not carry over. So if you don't use any of your 3 or only use one of them in the set, when the set ends, they're gone. You get 3 fresh ones in the next set. Svjada going with the little inside-out slice dropper that doesn't make it over, and now 4 set points for the Columbia senior here. First one fought off. Somewhat muted crowd here so far. Hasn't been the cleanest of first sets, but if Zheng can serve it out, he'll take it nonetheless. Another one sailed long by Zheng, so Svjada fights off 2 set points. Neither player, what I might call your more prototypical college player that's going to be very loud and emotional. Both of these guys very businesslike on the court. Maybe only in the extreme big moments where you hear a roar. And that's 3 set points fought off by Svjada, and now big deuce deciding point.
Way to fight back.
Interesting. I can hear right behind the camera of a voice, the voice of a man I can picture. I've seen him out at all of these matches all week, sitting in that first spot right behind the camera. Don't know who he is. Show him to me, I will absolutely know. So last set point for Zheng. And Michael Zheng takes the first set. 6-4. Fairly quick set break there, and it didn't look like either player using their restroom break. They'll get into action underway quickly here in the second. Michael tries to go inside in. Hasn't really found that inside in yet today. Don't have the ATP style charting of unforced errors and the like. But both players with their share. Like I said, it hasn't been the cleanest just yet. quick. Love for Svjada here. You can see the table and about 3/4 of that NCAA, don't necessarily call it the logo, but the big block letters sitting on the court next to us over on court 8. That the court between and it's an opening hold for Trevor Svjada. So again, double scheduled not before 12:30. But the hope is that they play on the same courts to follow singles. It'll be a game time decision for the NCAA if this were to say go 3 sets as to whether they wait it out, play them on court 1. You see Michael shake his head. That ball landing good for Trevor Svjada. Miss from Michael there, making it love 30. I don't think there was any need to change much of the game plan at the set break if you're the SMU coaching staff. Just took a break at a bad time, but I think Svjada has, the game plan has been fine. And now, 4 break chances here for Svjada to open up the second with a break. Honestly, I think if I'm Svjada and the SMU coaching staff, until Michael really starts showing that he can find some rhythm here, he hasn't had it. I just stick to the game plan, take the ball early, try to take time away from him.
All right, Michael. Good point there.
He's made his share of errors, and I think if Svjada continues to make him hit ball after ball, he's doing fine in the rallies. Well anticipated by Trevor Svjada. Zheng got there easily, and in the end needed to go back behind Svjada as we take a look at that, because Svjada guessed the open court here, and watch him jump to his right, and Michael puts it right where Svjada was guessing, and Trevor Svjada opens up a break lead here. You want to know how good the college game is today?
Great point.
Both of these players inside the top 400 in the world in the ATP rankings. Michael Zheng right now 185 in the ATP rankings. The second highest ranked is Rafa Hodar at Virginia is 168. Trevor Svjada coming in at 386. The sixth highest. Again, 386 in the world, and he's the sixth highest ranked current college player.
Wow.
There's a big return from Zheng. Going to try to get this break right back. Who are those other players you ask between Hodar, Zheng, and Svjada? It's San Diego's Oliver Tarvin at 337. Stanford's Samir Banerjee, 354. Oh, too good. Michael had to anticipate the dropper, but more down the line, and Svjada going back cross court. Absolutely nothing he can do about that. Beautiful volley here from Trevor Svjada. Clean winner. And wrapping up those players, Antoine Guibido of Kentucky at 355. Those are your 6 players inside the top 400 in the ATP rankings, currently enrolled in college. And that's that inside-out forehand that Michael loves so much. And you saw him off the tape. Gave him enough time at the last second to decide to run around it and hit that forehand. And hit it he did, as that goes for a winner. Now it's going to be a deuce deciding point for Svjada here to maintain this break lead. Not to be, as Zheng covers that little half drop volley from Svjada into the open court. And Michael Zheng immediately gets the break right back, and we're back on serve after getting that break right back. Just as he did in the first set, Zheng went down 3-1 there and immediately got the break back. Went down 2-love here, got the break right back. And again, that inside-in forehand from Michael Zheng just has not found the court yet. Love to see the total points won stat, but honestly, if you showed me with no scoreboard here, I'm not sure I would believe that Michael was winning. That ball sailed just deep off the racket of Svjada. My mistake there on the scoreboard, make it 15-all, but as always, it's going to come down to just a few key points here or there. And there, again, Svjada early times that ball so well and hit that so clean. Took the second serve of Zheng on the rise for a clean winner. Going to put a little pressure on Michael there if he's going to do that to a second serve, and he's shown he can. The question for Michael is, does he take a little off the first to get it in? I don't think he will. Still going to go for the serves when he wants to. Just going to have to be real careful here on these seconds, see if Svjada attacks another one. Didn't go at it with quite the ferocity that he did the one before, but he still did take it in a little early, and Felici wins the wheelchair championship, 6-3, 6-2, down on court 12. And we'll see if they do a presentation for him between these two courts while they're still playing. But Michael Zheng facing break points again. We did this exact same thing in the first where we had back-to-back breaks and Zheng was facing break points to make it 3 in a row, but managed to find the hold. Can he do it again? That ball called deep. Zhang's going to challenge. Let's watch the chair official here.
Let's go, GC.
Confirmed out. So Trevor Svjada makes it 3 straight breaks in the set and takes a 3-1 lead. And that's kind of the way I felt the match has gone. I feel like Michael's a little lucky in a way to be up a set here, as Svjada just seems to be getting the better a lot of those rally games. See if that gets Michael going again. Try to make it 4 straight breaks if he can get this one back on serve. And now Svjada sails one long. Lands in. It looked like it was going to tail away and sail wide, but just in. We saw Michael Zheng yesterday against Inchauspe let some calls go that looked clearly long. He is a very generous line caller. Oh my goodness. And at the moment he needed that, at 15:30 down a break, Michael Zheng comes up with this one. We take another look. Backhand line is a good ball from Svjada, and Michael on the run slaps that forehand by him into the corner, and now break chances to get it right back. That serve from, he's gone to that a couple times, has Svjada a little less traditional. Instead of overhead, it's almost a 3/4 arm. It looks, the positioning looks like he's going to go slice really wide, and then he takes it down the tee. Very tough to read. Like there you see him toss the ball overhead. That other ball, he serves out to the right. Easily covered by Svjada, so he gets 15-40 back to deuce, and now It'll be a deciding point. Will it be 4 straight breaks, or will Svjada take a 4-1 lead here? Grant Chen walks in just to get to the corner and walk back. Getting his steps in is Grant Chen today. Now a second serve look for Zheng. And that it. Inside out forehand from Zheng. Got up maybe a little too high, shoulder high on him. Puts it down into the net, and it is indeed back to 5-all, eventually dropping it and going to a third. It's feeling a little reminiscent right now. Wish I would have charted the first points on each of Zhang's serve, because I feel like he's just been in a lot of love 15 situations. Love 30 and still not able to find it yet is Zheng. Trevor Svjada, he's finding it. Take another look at that. And Michael's gonna quick serve here.
There you go, Michael.
Missed that point, my apologies. Michael to the line quick from love 40, but he gets the point for 15-40. I don't think you're ever going to see Michael Zheng tank a set, but from 1-4 love 40, he looks like...
Oh, there you go, Michael. There you go.
Looks like he's not in the mood for that, and he just wants to play quick. Maybe if he can somehow find some big serves like that, he can find himself a chance to get back in this, but it's all Trevor Svjada right now. That forehand missed long, and Svjada gets the break. It's a double break, 5-1 lead. He's going to serve for the second set now. Be remiss if we didn't mention probably the obvious. Trevor Svjada indeed is the younger brother of ATP pro Zach Svjada. Michael just... Lots of errors right now off the racket of Michael Zheng, and if you're Trevor Svjada, you're just going to make him hit balls until he can find a rhythm. Yes, he's very dangerous, but unable to put balls into play, really. So 2 points away now for Svjada from leveling this one at a set apiece. And I guess we'll get to see if that happens, if we're going to stick to the doubles to follow on this court, or if they're going to use that overflow court. It's wide. 40-15. Set points for Svjada. 3 of them if he needs it. Zheng definitely going to need a good reset here should he let this one get away. Not just yet, says Michael. 40-30, 2 more set points if needed for Svjada. And the return long from Michael Zheng, Trevor Svjada. A 6-1 second set. Let's go the distance. Michael Zheng and Trevor Svjada. A set away. Which one's it going to be? Momentum right now on the racket of Svjada, but means nothing until we get going here, and it'll be Zheng to kick things off here in the third serving. It's already got to feel like a better start to a set for Zheng. Mentioned all the love 15 holes he's been in. Start the third with an ace. And then a missed service return. In that match yesterday within Chauspe, Zheng, after dropping the second, just got out quick and was off to the races, and the match was never in question in the third. He would love a repeat feeling of that here. A couple errors from Svjada to open the third here. Didn't see a lot of that in the second set. A runaway 6-1 for Svjada. Now 40 love. And that is exactly what Michael Zheng needed after a 6-1 drubbing, in the second set. He gets a quick, easy hold. He's too into the tennis right now, but he does have a nice little shade against that fence in the back. If between points he wanted to get out of the sun, both players can utilize that on this near side of the court. Amazing how a little break gets you revitalized a little. You see this ball in the corner, and beautiful topspin cross court there from Michael Zheng for love 15. Well played. Thought Michael had that point won a couple times, but Trevor Svjada covering. Those balls well. I think the forehand into that backhand side of Svjada is the one that Michael wanted to have put away. For a moment, it looked like that ball off the tape was going to be unlucky for Svjada, as Zheng ran around for a good shot at a forehand. Pulls that. So after the opening point for Zheng, 3 straight for Svjada, now 40-15, and Reese Brantmeyer has broken for 5-3 in the second. She is now serving for the match. Definitely don't want you to leave us, but you know, if you get a second device and pull up Alex Gruskin's feet on the side to see if she can indeed serve out an NCAA championship, I won't blame you. 3 game points here. It's a double fault from Svjada, just wide. Second serve down the tee to make it 40-30. Zheng. That inside out ball into that corner that he loves. We get one more quick look at that before the deuce deciding point coming up. See, Svjada puts this one a little short in the middle, and Michael gets a foot inside the baseline. Hits the clean winner, and now big deciding point for Trevor Svjada, opening service game of the third. Never in doubt was that point. Well played from Trevor Svjada. He too has been very successful with the inside out ball, but I would argue more successful than Michael today at the inside in ball, and he hit the first 2. Into Michael's forehand. I think keeping Michael honest before he did finally go into the backhand corner. Caught Michael on the run. A defensive lob that was just dropped over for an easy game. The Zheng serve starting to pick up here in the third set. Those are the free points that make it so tough to beat him. That's 2 in a row return long from Svjada now. It's a very quick opening game, and Zheng looking to do the same in his second service game of the third. That inside in ball just long from Svjada, so 40 love. Michael Zheng, it's now match point. Reese Brantmeyer. And you hear the claps and the roars. And our MC, Ryan Ormiston, announcing Reese Brantmeyer from North Carolina is your 2025 NCAA singles champion for the women. And it's another quick hold for Michael Zheng, so he's been locked on serve in the third here. to our action here. As Svjada opens up his 1-2 service game with an ace. No worries about the extended break for him. There's an unforced error. Yeah, you see Trevor Svjada not liking that. If you're going to do it in okay spot after you grab the first 2 points of the game, who's going to be the first to get in a very tight spot? Serving here in the third. Well, that one will make it 30 all. Could this be the spot? Michael puts that one away into the open court, and it is going to be break chances now. Michael pushes the backhand long. The ball put at his feet by Svjada. And now a deuce deciding point. Svjada going to challenge that. Was confirmed out. So now a second serve look for Zheng. Oh, and he misses the short ball off the frame. What a hold for Trevor Svjada there. So Svjada now has faced 3 break points in the third, fought them all off. Svjada sails that backhand wide. crowd starting to get into it here at 2-all in the third. Not the first point for Trevor Svjada off the Zheng serve in the third. It had been 9 straight, 2 love holds, and then the first point of this game been the tale of 2 stories on serve here in the third as Svjada's facing break points in both of his. Zheng hasn't lost a point until that last one. But now Trevor Svjada. Another look at that one. Again, taking that ball early with the cross-court angle. And Svjada guessing T. Zheng going wide, just caught him off guard, couldn't make a move for it. Makes it 30-all. It's been pivotal points. Going to be a lot of big points here in this third, I would imagine. Svjada already facing a few of them on his serve as he's fought off 3 break points. And a challenge, and that's the game. So the serve called wide, and you see Svjada saying something not very nice, it looked like, to his head coach, Grant Chen. The serve called wide, challenged by Michael Zheng. Challenge 1, which is accompanied by a point penalty. So from 30-all and a first serve called wide, it goes to 3-2 Zheng. That's about as easy a hold as you're going to get from 30-all right there. Didn't have to play a point or even make a played serve. He obviously made the serve. The ball was called good. Svjada not happy with that call. Again, if you joined us late, there is no continuation of that point penalty system here with the electronic line calling. Zheng missing that forehand there. It is effectively unlimited overrules allowed, which sort of makes you wonder why you just don't call everything out. That's a little bothersome to me, but they're all point penalties here. No progression to the game or match default like we saw at the All-Americans this year. That ball called wide. Don't think we're going to see a challenge there. Indeed we don't, so it's 15-all. Oh no, Svjada, the backhand volley into the net. Error there, giving another potential look for Zheng. A little bit of a look early at 15-30. Some of the coaches, I'm not going to call them out by name, but there's a great ball from Svjada off the miss hit off the frame from Zheng. If we're going to go to the electronic line calling system, they'd like to see it more like Hawkeye, where you're just making every call. Don't even make the kids make their call. Just let it call them all. Beep if the ball is out, like you see with the system on the ATP Tour. Hopefully we get to that someday. And there's that inside-out forehand. That is the ball. for Michael Zheng, and it earns him 2 more break chances. Trevor Svjada's been under pressure every service game in the third. This break point number 4 for Zheng here in the third, yet to capitalize on one. But the backhand volley finds the net, and Michael Zheng does get his first break. One for 4 now on break points in the third, but that one is the important one as Michael Zheng takes a 4-2 lead and is now 2 games away from becoming the winningest player in NCAA championship history since 1977. Currently tied with Samdev Devarman. Looking to become our first repeat champion since Stevie Johnson.
Just a few moments on court number 9 is going to be our women's doubles final. Women's doubles final coming up in court number 9 in just a few moments.
And you hear Brian Ormiston calling out the women's doubles final, getting ready to get going. And there's another one from Zheng. And Svjada's got to do something to stop the quick momentum run here. Wide. Honestly thought we were going to see line. Svjada's been so good with that backhand push right down the line there, and he had Michael Zheng all the way on the other side of the court on the ad side, but he elects to try to go behind him. Misses, and it's 40 love. That was great play from Svjada there. Just keeping that volley in. Tough to tell with Trevor Svjada because he's not a guy that shows a ton of emotion to begin with on the court. But certainly seems to feel like he's just a little frustrated after that 30-all overrule that gave Michael Zheng a game. That's a good serve wide from Zheng. Looks like it caught Svjada guessing the wrong way. Michael holds for 5-2. Svjada to serve at 2-5 in the third. Nice hit there. Svjada gets the first point in his service game. See Trevor being double teamed here. He's got Grant Chen on his left, Ben Johnson on his right. Ball off the tape, an easy sitter for Svjada, and you sort of feel like Michael at this point. Just thinking to himself, one hold. There again. That's an easy tell though, because every time Svjada tosses that ball out to the right for what looks like it's going to be a slice wide, he goes hard tee. It's very strange, and he follows it up with another ace and a love hold for 3-5. But it's now Michael Zheng, 5-3 serving for back-to-back NCAA championships for the Columbia senior. Lion faithful, I'm sure ready to get loud here. Got a racket on it, but floated it deep. 3 points away is Michael Zheng. 15 love. That could be a pivotal moment here if he can serve this one out. That inside-in forehand, the first of two that went into the forehand corner for Svjada, has been a ball that Zheng has not hit well today. I'm sure Michael will be the first to admit it. Follows it up with a little flick, wristy forehand topspin back into the same corner. Svjada gives him a lob, and Michael puts it away down the line for 30 love. And the forehand long from Svjada is going to make it 40 love. And bring up 4 match points. Trevor Svjada pulls it wide. And Michael Zheng has done it again. The Columbia senior wins back-to-back NCAA singles titles, becomes the winningest player since 1977. In the NCAA tournament, 6-4, 1-6, 6-3. Michael Zheng, your repeat champion. It's the associate head coach, Justin Carnegie there. The always quiet and mild-mannered Crow. On the side, as it's going to be Ty Tucker having last words with his guys. As Dahlberg and Dietrich
Now ready for first serve on court number
their
7,
way.
men's doubles final, Ohio State, Virginia.
It'll be Nikita Fillin to kick things off for the Buckeyes here. Volley put away by Brandon Carpico, and we are underway. Big forehand from Dylan Dietrich. Popped that one up too high, did they? To Dietrich. And that's the serve. Not so much yesterday in the semifinals, but in the quarters against Michigan, the Nikita Fillin deuce court slice tee was absolutely unhittable. Moxdalin could sit on it if he wanted and couldn't get that ball back. He was untouchable in the quarters. Misses that volley to make it 30 all. Untouchable in the quarters, but then faces 7 break points in 2 consecutive service games yesterday in the first set. 15-40, and he fights it off to hold, and then love 40 his following service game. Fought all 4 points off to hold. And he's going to have 2 more to fight off here as the forehand finds the net, and Dylan Dietrich is going to get a look at the first break chance for the Cavaliers. Dietrich's parents in attendance this week. Always love catching up with Mama and Papa Eagle. They come over from Switzerland. Dietrich's return, no. Finds the net, so break point fought off. And Dietrich going back, he wants another shot at that immediately. There wasn't even a question as far as he was concerned. He just backed straight up. Give me that again. He will take this deuce deciding point. And Fillon gives him another body forehand, and it's another .1, and Nikita Fillon fights off. 2 opening break points here as Ohio State holds. Martin Redlicki for UCLA in doubles twice. And then Brienne Miner of Michigan made singles in 2017. Dubs finals in 2019. Now Nikita Fillon here. So I'm sure Coach Bay, I know he's got some things going on today. Spoke with him earlier. Unable to watch live, but he'll definitely be going back to watch the replay. And obviously, he's hoping to see his player pull one out. Congrats to Coach Bay. Hope all's well in his world. Dahlberg gets enough on that overhead that Carpico can't get it back, and a quick 40 love. Not going to quite be that quick, but it'll be 40-15 here. Really enjoyed after the quarterfinal win for Ohio State, watching them take practice directly after the match, and Ty Tucker drilling volleys at them. That one deep from Fillon, so it is a hold for Dietrich, and it's 1-all. I got a great appreciation watching that after-match practice for the hands of Brandon Carpico. Ty Tucker stood about 4 feet behind the service line, choked up on the racket, literally hitting balls as hard as he could directly at the right rib cage. He said that's the hardest ball to cover, is that ball in the right rib, and he was absolutely drilling them. In Carpico, they were balls that I thought, if you just avoid being hit, literally being pegged, you've done your job. And if you get a racket on it, that was a bonus. And Carpico was doing more than getting a racket on it. He was getting clean volleys back in and down. It was just uber impressive to me. Nice poach there. Fillin. Can't quite tell if that... Guess that was missed. What that is, Ty's chewing on. It used to be the pen caps. I don't know if that's what it is anymore. Return from Dahlberg into the net. Mons Dahlberg for Virginia yesterday down the stretch was the absolute man. He even took a ball from point blank range in the net. Talk about those hands of Carpico. It was very similar, but he took one from the Penn guys inside the service line. Just volleyed it right back. Love watching the positioning of the Ohio State. They work so hard on doubles. There's a great forehand down the middle from Dahlberg, though. But you'll see them when they get, say, Dietrich into that ad court wide. The player on the ad side will be just pinched right on the middle of the service line. They'll almost have two guys on the right side of the court trying to force them to go cross court and pass it. Carpico, great serve wide. He gets the hold, makes it 2-1. To Raleigh. Fillin made two great plays and then missed. I won't say that was an easy ball, but definitely the easiest of the three he took a shot at there. Got the first one from Dietrich back, then the boomer. And then he finally got a ground stroke and missed it. Serve missed. Thought the Carpico return missed, but the serve was out, so it'll be a second. Oh, Carpico goes line. Just missing. This Ohio State duo, because I had him in the featured match one day, I've seen more of than the Virginia pair this week. But Fillin and Carpico both have liked to take their share of cracks down the line on return, especially Nikita Fillin. In big moments, and it's something we'll watch for, Nikita Fillin has loved to go for the return line winner. We'll see how Virginia plays them, but they were given a lot of line by the Michigan duo in that match, and they really took advantage. It's a double fault there from Mons Dahlberg. If you're looking for that Michael Zheng post-match interview, he's going to be over there momentarily with Alex Gruskin on the women's feed. So please come back if you do leave. But if you want to catch the post-match interview with Michael Zheng, switch on over to the women's feed momentarily, and you'll catch Alex Gruskin interviewing Michael after his NCAA title. Some quick hands from the Buckeyes, but Morgan Dietrich do eventually get the hold. That one might sting a little. Don't know if we grabbed it in time. We did. Ouch. As Brandon Carpico not going to be best friends with Nikita Fillon after that. Carpico says, yeah, just playing. I can still put the overhead away. Question is the bell still rung?
Yeah, nice shot, though. Very nice.
Shout out to Gary Young, huge Ohio State Buckeye fan, watching from back home, I presume. Throwing a few tidbits our way. I love it, Gary. Thanks. The last two OSU doubles teams in the NCAA finals have been Americans, and 3 of those 4 right from Columbus. Robert Cash, J.J. Tracy, and Brandon Carpico. Cash and Tracy, of course, having so much success on the Pro Tour, and that forehand into the net from Dietrich makes it 40-15. Carpico is in the Ohio State aviation program, flies planes 3 to 4 times a week. That sounds fun. Not sure that means he's enjoying all the planes flying overhead here during his match, but fun nonetheless. Good call by Fillon, as he screams no, as Carpico looked like he was going to take a very spirited whack at that overhead. Lets it go, flies well along, and the Buckeyes hold for 3-2. Get a good stick on it, and they're at 4-all. Back to our men. Second time through for Dylan Dietrich serving now. Turn long from Fillon. So many good doubles teams for Ohio State in recent past that have made the final.
Yeah, way to serve.
Cash and Tracy, Cash and Votzel, Lechonig.
Alright.
Trotter and Lachanik that took the doubles title in 23. Cash and Tracy in 24. See Carpico look at, it was interesting. Not sure that that ball was long. I did believe they're challenging. See the outcome here. It was long. They did challenge, but you saw Carpico. He looked at Kronagi, looked back ahead, looked at Kronagi again, and then looked at the chair and put his hand up, said he wanted to challenge. Call's upheld, and it's 3-all. So now Carpico gets his second chance to serve. Lachanik, by the way, into the coaching world. Oh, great lob there by Dietrich. Lachanik at the University of Dayton. Coaching now. Other NCAA champions for the Buckeyes. Buchanan and Rolla in 2012 won a doubles title, and Rolla in 2013 the singles title. And there's that. That's the drill that Ty was giving him right there, just behind the service line, firing as hard as he could. And you see, trying to get the volleys back down. Both have great hands. That ball sails long. A little bit of a gift there for the Buckeyes, as they had a good look at Nikita Fillin in no man's land for a volley from that point. It was going to be tough to get hands back on it. They get the hold of the point for 30-all. Now 40-30, so from 15-30, a couple points for the Buckeyes here.
We go, Buck.
That one not over the net from Nikita Fillin, and it's going to bring up a deuce deciding point here. As solid as both teams have been on serve, you sort of feel like first team to get a break has a big advantage. Big serve down the tee from Brandon Carpico. And the Buckeyes hold for 4-3. See if we got another look at that one. There's Dietrich. Barely able to get the racket on it, sends it well long. So Carpico holds. And that forehand from Fillin, Dietrich just gets out of the way of, hopes it's sailing long, but actually landed well inside the baseline. Dietrich puts that overhead away. Makes it 15 all. Ohio State ruined the best friend matchup that could have been, as Dylan Dietrich and Penn's Manfredi Graziani, best friends, kind of grew up on the junior circuit together in Europe. The Buckeyes spoiling that reunion. Philin going at Dietrich again. But that one did go long. So Dietrich let them both go. The first time it landed in, that one sailing long. Oh, wonderful for Brandon Carpico there. Take another look at that. Some great net action. And then Carpico, that is a very tough ball from inside the service line to get up and down with the pace that he did.
Let's go Hoos.
So now 30 all.
There we go. We're clear there, man. There go, B.
40-30, couple game points to draw even here. For the Who's.
There we go.
I formation. Carpico tries to go line but misses, and it's a hold for 4 all. So 8 holds to start this match. And you see Coach Tret Huey, one of the best doubles players and minds you're going to have on a coaching staff. Got a few of those around the country, but he will be the guy on court doing the doubles coaching for the Who's. You look at some of the individual champions that Virginia has had. We already mentioned in our singles broadcast, Samdev Devarman, 2007, 2008 singles champion. The next year it was Dom Englot and Michael Shabazz in 2009 as doubles champions for the Who's. Again, that sliced T serve from the lefty, Philin, is just so hard to catch up with. Even if you know it's coming, it's tough to get there. 2 years later, Shabazz did it again with Drew Courtney, 1 year later, in 2010. Jameer Jenkins, Max Steislinger.
Nice shot, Joe. Nice shot.
Took the title in 2013 in doubles. And then you had a couple more singles winners. After that, Ryan Shane in 2015. And Ty Kwiatkowski in 2017. I was there for that one at Georgia.
Oh.
Just missing. Some quick hands from Carpico at the net. And then Philin looked like he was ready to take an overhead and decided Maybe not the best play. Ball got a little low, and he pushed a good volley into the alley, forcing Dahlberg to take a crack at a winner that did not land in. So 30-15 for Fillin. There's a volley down the line from Nikita Fillin for 40-15. Ty Kwiatkowski, your most recent singles champion for Virginia, that I mentioned. I remember watching him play, and then I think he had called it quits. And now back playing again. It's a hold for the Buckeyes. They take a 5-4 lead. Who blinks first? Or maybe nobody blinks. Back just in time for the first point, and a little risky play. That ball was a little low. Try to hit the overhead on. Dietrich finds the bottom of the net with it. So first point in the 4-5 game to the Buckeyes. Quickly erased by a Dylan Dietrich ace. Spot. Storied doubles history at Ohio State. Robert Cashier, all-time doubles leader. Peter Kobel, now the head coach at Nebraska, number 2. Who's number 3? Oh, none other than current coach Justin Carnaghi. At number 4. Get to that in a minute. Get that back to 30 all. Number 4, current director of tennis and women's coach here at UCF, who uses this USTA National Campus as their home base, Brian Kanyeko. Saw Kanyeko, Callahan Carnaghi, and Penn coach Rich Bonfiglio the other night sharing a table at Park Pizza. That ball into the net from Phil, and now game points for the Who's. Carnaghi actually the singles win leader for the Buckeyes. 147 singles wins in his career for Carnaghi. Dahlberg gets the overhead down, and the fill-in response sails a little long, and the Who's hold for 5 all. For Virginia, very similar story. Their coach, as you see him walking off on the left side of the court up there, Trent Huey, the doubles win leader in Virginia history. 134 doubles wins for Huey, topping Shabazz and DeVarman.
Come on! Come on!
That return long.
Let's go!
Here, Brandon Carpico, he knows this is a big spot here, 5-all. He's not going to be the guy that wants to get broken. That return long and makes it 30-15. Huey, not only the doubles leader in Virginia history, he's 5th on the career list in singles. So 3 missed returns in a row for the Who's and Brandon Carpico. It's 3 shots at a hold now. Only needs 1 as that serve wide out of the reach of Mons Dahlberg. Gonna serve here to try to avoid the same fate of a 7-5 set and force a breaker. It's been 11 straight holds. Have had a few break chances. Nobody been able to capitalize. Huey with some final words for Dietrich, but it's going to be Mons Dahlberg here to serve the 5-6 game. Going right at Dietrich at the net again. Not only the right play when you're in that close with a sitter ball like that, but it kind of makes me wonder if the Buckeyes don't think that he can be attacked at the net, because they've gone at him a number of times here. And they go at him again, and he misses the volley. And now love 30 for Dahlberg. That's exactly what Mons Dahlberg wanted. Free point as the fill-in return finds the middle of the net. Make it 15-30. Ty might have had a quick word for Brandon Carpico pacing by there. And that one just fed too easy to Dietrich. That's not attacking him. That's just giving him a sitter. Dietrich makes it 30-all. This is the kind of moment that the past couple days we've seen Nikita Fillin go big line on the return. It's got to be a serve in his wheelhouse, though, but if he gets one, I wouldn't be surprised. Dietrich looks like he may think the same. He's not giving him a lot of line here. It's another miss. I like the play from the Who's. They know he likes that line. They don't give him much. And then he just nets the backhand. So from love 30, the Who's get it to 40-30 and a couple points here to send this one to a first set breaker. And that's what it's going to be. 4 straight for the Who's. It's the serve you have to expect if you're Virginia. It's also the serve. If I'm Nikita Philin, I'm going to hit until they show me they can do something with it. Same story it's been past couple days. Again, not as successful yesterday. Didn't see him go for it as much. But absolutely, I sliced T in that deuce court. I like the aggression, the pinch there from Nikita Philin, but he just floated that volley. Virginia makes it 1-all. One more serve for Dietrich. Dietrich wants to come in for a word about what they're going to do here. And it's a double fault for Dylan Dietrich, so the first mini break of the tie break going over to the Buckeyes on a double fault. Now we're going to see Brandon Carpico serve I formation with both Carpico and Philin on the ad side. Had to think they were going to give Dietrich the backhand there and just force him to push one line. But now a second serve. I think that's an exchange that Virginia likes their chances in. If you got yourself into a battle of Dietrich versus Carpico off the ground, the Who's like their odds. Philin pops that volley up and long. And Ohio State drops both of their service points to go from a mini break up to a mini break down, as now Mons Dahlberg will serve at 3-2. Dietrich just not quite able to get the... Looked like he hesitated for a second. Do I want it? Yep, I want to take a shot at it. And by the time he did that, was only able to put a frame on it. Mini break retrieved, 3-all. As we do the do-si-do around the net post, Ty Tucker lets Tret Huey go through first. See that so much in the changes. The first words go to Crow. He says what he needs to say and makes his way back to the side, and the last words go into Coach Tucker. Dahlberg testing the sun. Philin sails that return long. Philin struggling on the return game right now. But you can see, based on the shadows on the court, the sun sort of back. It's obviously behind us and to our left. So from that far side, you are going to be looking up into the sun on occasion. Probably more from the ad court than the deuce. Dietrich puts the backhand return at the feet of Nikita Fillin, and you see Ty pacing. I don't think he's going to be happy with the footwork and the volleys here from the Buckeyes early. And again, Fillin does try to go slice T in the deuce court, but not landing that serve. Dietrich puts that one away, 6-3. Virginia in the breaker. I think they're going to hear from Coach Tucker that they've got to get in. Carpico Fillin not going to make their living from the baseline against Dietrich and Dahlberg. Nor do they want to. These are guys. Pair of guys that want to be 2 up. Dahlberg coaches puts that one away, and the Who's take the opening set. It's going to be Dylan Dietrich to kick us off in the second, showing the new balls to Nikita Fillin. And it's a new ball ace for Dylan Dietrich. That forehand long, the Buckeyes now trying to get themselves going. Slight bit of an emotional letdown, dropping that breaker 7-3, so.
Beauty.
Another big serve from Dietrich down the tee in the deuce court. Dietrich on top, or excuse me, Dahlberg on top of that one, but missed it. Dietrich not changing. He's going to go down the middle 3 times in a row, but he misses that one. Boy, he's going to have Fillin guessing now the first time he goes wide.
Yeah, good serve, Dylan. There you go.
Goes down to the forehand on the second serve as well, and Fillin misses that return. It's been a little bit of a struggle for Nikita Fillin on return today. He's going to have to dial that in for them to find a break. No breaks of serve yet in the match. Dahlberg puts that one away.
There you go.
And it is an opening hold. Nikita Fillin electing to let that one bounce, and by doing so, effectively given the point to Virginia, because by the time it bounced, there's nothing he could do. Very deep, just inside the baseline. puts that one away. Thought Carpico was flirting with that second serve there. But that little semi-tentative play on that first point from Phil, and I feel like is epitomized a little bit some of the way Ohio State's played here. I think Coach Tucker's going to want to see these guys a little more aggressive than they are. Certainly don't want to be getting caught two back or baseline rallies. Second serve rip taken by Dahlberg, but the rip finds the net. Carpico the one offering up the emotion for the Bucks here. Trying to get he and teammate Nikita Philin going. Missing a volley again, and you hear the screams from Carpico as they go up 40-15. He's certainly trying to be the emotional leader. And you see Ty's got a few words for him. Almost undoubtedly what he wants him to do with this serve here. Another service return miss for the Hoos on a second serve. Pretty soft-paced one at that. Definitely an unforced error there for Dahlberg. The Buckeyes get the hold. But we're 14 holds in a row to start the match. And again, Nikita Philin, Ty's calling him over. He wants a few words. Nikita Philin just not timing the returns. Extended little session there for the Bucks with Coach Tucker. Forcing Dahlberg to wait on the second point's serve. Doesn't matter. Certainly not Ty's intent. He's trying to coach his guys. And you do get your 25 seconds. You do not have to play it at the pace of the server. Bucks using their time. That is the line return that Nikita Philin likes. But more often than not, it's actually been the backhand down the line on the righty slice wides to the lefty. Nonetheless, Philin going line. Maybe that'll get him going because the return's not been big yet for him today. Dahlberg throws in a double fault. Makes it 30 all. It's a little quiet right now. Not a lot of emotion or a lot of noise from the crowd coming in. Feels like a little lull spot where we could see something happen. Got in a net battle between Carpico and Dietrich there. Dietrich takes the second one and puts it past him.
Here you go.
So a couple game points now for Dahlberg. Trying to make it 15 straight holds to start the match here. Some good reflexes by the Bucks, but they're all defensive, and Virginia puts it away as the Who's take a 2-1 lead. Far and away. The most doubles wins in Virginia history. 118. Second, just 95. So 23 wins more than their closest team. Carpico puts the return from Dahlberg away. A little flick volley there from Carpico to make it 30-love Ohio State. Feels like it's been a while since we've had a break. We have had some break points. No breaks, but we've had break points.
Yeah, there we go. Good shot, man.
Mons Dahlberg wisely finding the open court here. Take another look at that. Gets both. Was going line, got both Carpico and Fillon moving towards the line, which opened up the entire deuce court. Oh, and it's the peg. No one's going to fault him. It's not. It's the play. Take another look at that as the serve hits the tape and gives Dylan Dietrich a sitter, and he goes right at Carpico. And right where Ty was hitting those volleys at him, that upper right rib cage. Ty may be a little bit lower, but that right side, almost impossible to defend from that close range. So now 30 all for Nikita Fillon. And the volley from Dietrich. I jinxed us, said we hadn't seen a break point in a while. Given how few break points we've had and the fact that we've had no breaks, this would feel devastating for the Buckeyes. And Fillon sends the backhand wide, and it is indeed a break. Our first break of the match for Virginia. And the Cavaliers will take a 3-1 lead here in the second after taking the first in a tiebreak. And it's still a long way to go, but the way they've served, going to be an uphill battle for the Buckeyes now. There they draw a miss hit from Dietrich. Best way to get that break is right back if you're a Buckeye.
Shot there, Dylan. Good play there, Mon. Way to go.
Dropping the opening point, a couple there for the Cavs for 30-15. Unlucky for Carpico there as that serve clipping the tape and making an awkward looking return for him. So now 40-15 for Dietrich. As the Who's feel somewhat like cruise control after the break now. This is going to be a tough one. Carpico, quick hands on the first one, but the second one from Dietrich is too good. Get another look at this one down the line. First one returned. Second one, no chance. Just over the net and down for the winner, and Dylan Dietrich makes it 4-1 Who's. Still some work to do to get there. Philin puts the overhead away. Absolute must-hold games now for Ohio State. Already down a break here in the second. Always love seeing the overhead returned, extending the point. But Ohio State prevailing there for 30 love. Quick 40 love here for the Buckeyes. Good hands from Dahlberg, pushing that one right at Philin, who couldn't catch up to it. That one at the feet of Carpico that he couldn't get down, so 40 love has now become 40-30. Let's see if Carpico's got another one of these big serves. He's done well when he's landed the big serves. And he gets that one into the body of Dylan Dietrich. Very effective body serve. And the Buckeyes hold for 4-2 Virginia now. This is going to be Mons Dahlberg to try to get them within a game. It's sort of been the story of the match on the return side for the Buckeyes. Nikita Philin just can't find it. Again, the backhand return sails long. Another missed return for Phil and makes it 40-love. Just not getting a crack. They've got to find something here just to get a shot at a Virginia service game. Not this time, though, as Virginia holds for 5-2, and they are now one game away. 4-all in our women's. I apologize. We'll catch the tail end of that first point here. Who's with a look at yet another Ohio State service game. 15-30, 2 points from a national championship. Make it 1 point from a national championship, as it's now 15-40. And a second serve look, 15-40 second serve look of Mons Dahlberg. I gotta take a rip here. Maybe right at Carpico or down the line, but let's see. And it's a double fault. An unfortunate way to finish. But Mons Dahlberg and Dylan Dietrich of Virginia are your NCAA doubles champions.
From the University of Virginia.